The contract status of Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan as far as being excluded from the BCCI's list of centrally contracted cricketers has been a major talking point ever since it was announced rather explicitly by the BCCI that neither player was considered for a central contract for the 2023-24 duration. It was the first time the BCCI had come out so strongly against players, and the main reason for this was the fact that both of them were seen or perceived to be seen as, let's say, ignoring domestic cricket, specifically Ranji Trophy cricket. That seems to be the major thing, with the BCCI also stating in their release that no player should be ignoring domestic cricket and that everyone, when not available on national duty or when, let's say, fully fit, needs to be playing domestic cricket. So it's a major step, let's say, that the BCCI have taken towards correcting what has been seen as an IPL type importance only being given to the national team, with the selectors, chairman, the coach, and even of course all of those at the top of the BCCI keen to ensure that players are giving the Ranji Trophy and other domestic tournaments due respect. But an interesting thought has come from Sunil Gavaskar in a column which he writes from Midday, in which he was pretty critical of Ishan Kishan but actually went to bat in many ways for Shreyas Iyer. Let's take a look at what he said first about Kishan, where he says that, he starts off by saying that Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan were excluded for presumably not playing Ranji Trophy cricket. Nobody still knows why Kishan has not turned up for Jharkhand. Now, of course, there are two reasons why he could not have. It's worth remembering that Kishan had taken a break for personal mental reasons, and of course there's also the simple fact that Jharkhand did not end up qualifying for the quarterfinals, which meant that even if Kishan wanted to make a comeback late on, there was precious little chance he would have gotten an opportunity to do so anyway. That being said, he still could have played a couple of group games if he was so inclined. Yet, during the time when those group games were going on, Kishan was in fact spotted multiple times training with Hardik Pandya and Krunal Pandya at Baroda. The reason he was doing that was because he wanted to be fit for the T20 tournament that takes place, the DY Patil T20 tournament that takes place in Mumbai at around the time when, before the IPL. It's a corporate tournament, and you know that he made his cricketing comeback over there. He did not make it in domestic cricket, he made it at the DY Patil. Now, of course, even beyond that, there has been plenty of talks that maybe, just maybe, Kishan isn't too serious about domestic or red ball cricket. He's someone who prefers being a white ball player. But Gavaskar takes a different view when it comes to Shreyas Iyer, because this is what he said about Iyer. He said it's not as if he has refused to play the Ranji Trophy altogether. He did miss the quarterfinal, but that was also at the time when he said that he cannot play the third test match due to back issues. Now, he further elongates this and says that, at that time he said that he was feeling discomfort if he batted more than a certain number of balls, which is the only reason why he was not unavailable, or he was not available for the third test, but also missed out on playing the Ranji quarter-final. And then he goes on to deliver another interesting statement on Iyer. This is what he says. He said that the NCA said he was fit to play. That seemed to have gone against Shreyas Iyer. But threshold of pain is an individual thing and no trainer can judge that. Now, that's a very interesting thing, because it does, let's say, put the onus back on the player to ensure that he's declaring himself unfit. When he's doing that, then he really is unfit. Because what Gavaskar is saying is that if he was feeling pain, then perhaps you should have listened to him rather than just go by what it is that the NCA have said, because as he says, that threshold of pain is an individual thing and something that no trainer can judge. Of course, what also goes against Iyer in this particular case is that he too was spotted warming up for the IPL. He reported for a Kolkata Knight Riders pre-season camp, and that did not go down well with the higher-ups at the BCCI. Nevertheless, it's an interesting, let's say, or an interesting and contrasting bit of an opinion from Gavaskar, wherein he was pretty critical of Kishan, yet went up to bat for Iyer, saying that, look, it's not like he doesn't care at all. He did play a Ranji Trophy game when team management asked him and has now made himself available. Maybe the fact that he wasn't playing in that quarterfinal was him knowing that his threshold of pain was only so much, and that if he pushed himself, he would be out injured again. That at least seems to be Gavaskar's opinion. It's one that many may disagree with, but what are your thoughts on the matter? You can let us know that in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, tap that bell icon, follow us also on social media. We're on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook. Don't forget to download the Sports the Cap, and if you're already on the channel, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well. For now, from my side, it's goodbye.